Good morning everybody, and welcome back to the channel and another little video run from me. So we are at Applecross. We just got fuel after staying the night up at the bed and breakfast. Cracking little night. Weather was horrendous, so my original plan was to do some filming on the way up, try and get some good footage, but the weather, man, it was just horrendous. Absolute torrential downpours. So it was short-lived. The camera was put away. I thought I'd try again today. So far it's looking good. So from here it's up and over the Bealach, which will be slow because I'm not actually a big fan of this road. It's a means to an end, and after yesterday's terrible run up where I just ended up really tense, no matter how much I convinced myself there was grip, my brain was like, absolutely no way. So fingers crossed it's better today, and here's hoping that you're pointing somewhere in the right direction. This is a road normally impassable in winter conditions. Really, I would never have guessed. It feels impassable in summery conditions. And hopefully there is audio, because as I've been putting in the comments in my videos and Instagram, the audio has just been god awful. So if I get home and this is utter cake, I'm going to get rid of the microphone. So I don't normally mention what I use, but I'm using the Purple Panda, and because it get great reviews, and at first it seemed to be alright, and then for no explanation whatsoever, just popping, crackling like it was mentally sensitive. So I've checked all the settings in the GoPro, which there aren't many. It's pretty basic, so we'll see. We shall see. Right, this is looking grey. So an hour ago, when we were faffing and having breakfast, it was beautiful sunshine and actually really warm. And although now it's not cold, it's looking very grey, so hopefully we'll get a stop at the viewpoint with some visibility. So this is us at the Applecross end of the Bealach past the cattle. The road is just rutted. It's just terrible. It's the only word that describes it. But hopefully we can get some reasonable footage with a view. I mean, look at that. Not that I'm looking at it much, but hopefully the camera is. It's stunning. When you get it, that's the thing, when you get this in anything but perfect conditions, it's god awful for visibility and just getting through it, personally speaking. But when you get it in ideal conditions, not overly windy, clear skies, again the road itself is what it is, but the views just take away all that. I've been on the road. It is, you run out of words because everybody says the same words: beautiful, stunning, amazing. But it really is, it's something to behold. So I would say, if you've never done it, if you're thinking about it, come and do it, tick that particular box and move on. I will say, if you haven't done it, there's loads of videos of this road on YouTube and various other platforms. It's bad enough in the bike getting past. Cars is really tricky. They're not meant to use motorhomes on here, but they do, and it can become jammed in places. So just bear that in mind. You want to be coming up, and just take your time. Just take your time and kind of enjoy it as much as you can. Well, that spot's, it might not actually be rain, it might just be from low cloud, which is probably rain, but I'm going to convince myself that it's just low cloud. Try and keep the weight off the bars. Remain neutral on the bike. Breathe. Okay folks, just unless I start making noises, just enjoy. Now that's how it should be done. Sees the bike away in the distance. Moves over a bit. I mean, this is still tight. There's no way I'm going off-road. He could have went a smidgen. But there we go. I would normally say thank you. I can't do thank you and everything else. Gravel on the road, so that's another thing. As much as I said I'm going to be quiet, be careful of gravel, because that is there. Oh, we are stopping. Oh Christ, on a motorcycle. Right, okay. Let me plan this. I think I fucking made this. Oh, excuse my French. Oh my god, right, okay. Right, I'm making a complete waffle of this. I couldn't have made that any more difficult than that if I actually tried. It's like, can this be hard? Yep. Can this be harder? I'm doing it. Yep. Okay folks, we'll be back in a minute. We're back in the bike. Oh, come on. So, actually, don't know why I always start things with so. Right, anyway, actually quite annoyed for the simple fact, now, rightly or wrongly, we had placed a little memorial for a good friend of ours who lived coming up here, and it's been removed. It's actually been chiselled off, and that was the reason I turned off the camera, was to keep the location kind of undisclosed, so it was only a very select few, namely like 4 people that knew, but they have removed it, which I mean, it was out of the way. It's not like it was right in front of the viewpoint. You know, we're starting a thing where people are putting memorials up here, but again, that's probably the reason why they've removed it. But nonetheless, it still really seriously ticked me off. But there we have it. So we just stood for a minute, had to think about them, and then that's us. Right, hopefully we can miss the mist coming in, because then that'll keep the visibility. Okay, so hopefully they stay there for a minute and we can get a wee Kodak moment, because I want to try and get some stills, because a little GoPro actually takes, you know, good pictures, but you can also take even the most basic software stills from it. Oh shit. Okay, I'm going to need to do more editing than I had initially planned for. Look at this, look at the hairpins. It's really hard to get a scale on things. Now, this for me, as much as it's impressive, this is horrendous for me. I do not do heights at all. But for you, the viewer, and there we have the 2 fastest pensioners in the West. Something to behold when you see the age of them when they take their helmets off. It's ridiculous. Okie dokie. Oh, we've got an impasse here. Nobody knows what they're doing. Right, let's see if I can get back on this without falling off. Oh my god. Oh, excuse my sniffling sinuses. I'm actually out of breath. I'm roasting hot, even though it doesn't look it. But I've got my textiles on, with minimum underneath. Yeah, too much information. But I'm cooking. Right, see if we can get going before. All I can hear is the fan of the bike. The front of the bike is just caked in mud from the road in and out. Well, mainly the road in the campsite last night. So the thing will be running pretty warm. And this won't help it. Oh, this is just not great. I'm just putting my foot down like a learner, I don't care. I'd rather go slow and get to it. I need to get new levers. I've got the clutch lever on the kind of closest setting to the handlebar. My baby hands are still struggling. I end up putting a lot of weight onto the handlebar that I don't actually mean to. Oh, leg dangle but no foot down. Like a professional. Now this is where you're trying to get the scan. Look where you're going. Scan, look where you're going. So my eyes are focusing on 3 different points. Where I am, where I want to be, and what's coming. Or what's potentially coming. The ears keep popping. But home. And gravel, remember this from yesterday. Don't look at it, don't look at it, don't look at it. Thank you and thank you, you're welcome. And as I was saying earlier about the passing places and how it can be quite tight. Yesterday we were coming up here at about 5 o'clock-ish, give or take, because we're up with Clive for about 1:30. That should be about right. This was really busy, but also not helped by the mist and fog. You literally couldn't see. It was horrible. Ended up with the visor up, but not great. But this is better. It'd be nicer to do it in sunnier conditions. Now this is a nice view. I will faff with my gloves. You know they're a little bit wet. Oh. I have to admit, this is a great little case. Minus the faffery. Oh, my little thing is gone. My homemade spacer. Right, okay. I'm just, I don't know what I got there. That'll do it. Look at that. Eh? Yes, doing fine. Jurassic fart is over there. I love dogging split lips. Okay, if you happen to see your sticker up here, then feel free to say hello on the channel. Right. Okay, cokey. Now I need to put my mildly wet from yesterday gloves back on. Nice. Aye, okay, you just carry on. Carry on, Fletcher. Oh my, you're so... Andorra. That was nice. Now, for anybody coming up in a camper van, motorhome, or whatever, that's kind of how it should be done. Just let people pass, or let people pass you if you're going the same direction, and they not necessarily are going slower than you, but want to go slower than you. Don't sit on their backside and harass them either. But there is a lot of people out there that will just not move out the way. And for bikes, and I just want to put this out there, we don't have to overtake absolutely everything. Well, some people do, but we don't have to overtake absolutely everything. However, stuck behind a van, lorry, motorhome, camper van, we can't see anything. There's literally no view ahead, and that makes life extremely tricky because it's hard to plan and you're relying on whatever's in front of you driving in a manner that's safe. But for doing these roads, just let a bike past, just let them pass. Look at this. Oh, it's beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yeah, just let them pass for the simple fact that it gives us the visibility we really need. Don't like how that's sitting. Why do I feel like I'm going uphill? Look at that. That is absolutely amazing. Just look at, I don't know how well this will pick this up, but my God. Listen. Virtually nothing, just the breeze. Can you send me the pictures, Stuart? Just to save me, I can't be bothered faffing with my gloves. I'm struggling to get my hands in and out them.
Sorry, I know worries.
Okay, getting carried away. That's how you have to be prepared. Eyeball. Gravel. I don't know why I smile, because nobody can see the things you do. Oh, I'll sneak round there. Brilliant. Thank you very much. There's that camper van again. You'd be like, for the love of God, would you just travel? Thanks again! A wee passing place with my name on that. I'll scooch over. You are welcome. Your thanks is appreciated. Please call again. Right, there's the fastest benchers in the west, the way down at the bottom. On the way out, don't know if the camera will pick it up from here. I'm trying to look at where I'm going. There's a building on the left there, well my right at the minute. Not the house, but behind the trees there's like a cabin. And that is a lovely cafe. That's it, you can just see the sign now. Does not open at the weekend. So up here, everything shuts at 10 or 11 o'clock. Only open half days, mainly staff, and we're talking to some of the staff last night. But yeah, that doesn't open at the weekend, and it's probably suffering the same fate as no staff. Although they do have loads of sheep.